Hi there, this is Dave from davestravelpages.com, and this short video is about what's the best sort of bike for bicycle touring. So what is the best sort of bike then? Well, at the minute there are people cycling around the world on regular road bikes, mountain bikes, recumbents, tandems, unicycles. I even think there's a guy cycling around the world on a penny farthing. So if you have the will and you have a bicycle, you can cycle around the world on anything. I've also met people that have spent just £5 on a bike and are happily cycling through South America, and I've met people that have spent several £1000s on a bike and are cycling all over the world. So you can also get a bike for any budget. However, if you want a bike specifically for bicycle touring, I believe there are several key things you should keep in mind. Before I go into those, I should explain that I've spent the last 15 years cycling all over the world. During that time I've clocked up 40,000 miles cycling through Africa, North and South America and Europe. And obviously I've picked up a few hints and tips along the way. I know what works for me, and I've also listened to other people, and I've listened to what works for them and what doesn't work for them. I've also got a philosophy for bicycle touring, which is KISS, and that stands for Keep It Simple Stupid. All of my kit I like to be simple and reliable. If it does go wrong, I want to be able to fix it myself. It's for this reason that I don't really recommend suspension forks or disc brakes for bicycle touring. The reason is that they're more difficult to fix yourself, and also it's difficult to get parts. If you can imagine yourself being in Peru and trying to get your suspension forks fixed in the middle of nowhere, well, you're not going to have much luck, are you? So that's why I tend to avoid those sorts of things. So for this reason, my ideal bicycle touring bike would have a steel frame, 26-inch wheels and V-brakes. I'll just briefly explain why. So the steel frame is more robust and strong than aluminium. It's also less likely to take dings into the frame if you knock it against a tree or something like that. I've used them for 15 years, never had a problem. They take the extra weight that you have with bicycle touring perfectly. So for me, steel is real, that's what I recommend. 26-inch wheels. Now 26-inch wheels you can get inner tubes and spokes and the actual tyres anywhere in the world. When I did one of my bicycle tours from England to South Africa, I was on a bike that had 700 wheels. When I was in Africa, I could not get inner tubes or tyres for these wheels whatsoever. This went from Sudan all the way down to Tanzania. In the end, I had to have inner tubes and tyres flown out to me, and I spent twice the amount on import charges than I did on the actual things themselves. So learn from my mistake, stick with 26-inch wheels. If I'd had 26-inch wheels, it might have not been very good quality what I could have bought, but I could have bought something. The last thing is V-brakes. The reason I like V-brakes is they're very simple to maintain. If they do go wrong for whatever reason, you can just unclip them and carry on cycling. You can buy pads anywhere, and it's very easy for any mechanic, if you can't do it yourself, to fix them and tighten the cables. If you've got disc brakes, it's a little bit more problematic. Certainly in some of the places that I visited, people are going to look at your bike as if it's a UFO almost from another planet. They're definitely not going to know what a disc brake is, and if you can't fix it yourself and you've not got the parts, you know, you're in trouble. So I would stick with V-brakes. Anyway, that's what I would look for in a bicycle touring bike. If you have any opinions, please leave them in the comments below. I love to encourage discussion so that we can all learn from one another. I've also put a few links in the description below, and if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching, and cheers for now.